Yo, yo, yo! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to day 2. Say hello in the chat box when you are jumping on. Oh, who is ready for day 2? Let me just get my notes up to make sure that I am on point with everything that I want to say. Keeping myself again perfect. Brilliant. Hello everyone that's jumping on. Don't forget, if you are watching this on the replay, then please do put in a replay. Like, I want you to kind of go along as if you are watching this live, okay? Hey Tony, hey Marlies, hey Sophia, hey Samantha, hey guys. So I hope you are loving the flamingo vibe. Here are just some of my birthday balloons from yesterday. Thank you all so much for your messages, guys. You're very, very sweet. I did indeed have the most incredible birthday, celebrating 37 incredible years on this planet and looking forward to what the 38th year has got in store for me. So I am very excited. So let's do a recap. So you've got, and I've put the links into the notes section on here. For example, if you missed a video, and let's say this is one of the first that you're going on to, go back and watch the welcome email. It's an introduction kind of live for you to kind of get to know me and a little bit about who I am and who this coach is in front of you and my journey. So definitely give that a watch. And then we've got day 1. Now day 1, we focused on what actually is keeping you stuck, which we discovered is your belief system. It's your unconscious mind. It's your thoughts. It's your feelings, your sensation. It's your emotions. That is what's keeping you stuck with where you are right now in your business. And the whole point of this workshop is to be able to activate that next level of you. And I want you to come away from this workshop being like, boom, like, oh my goodness, I completely understand the power I have energetically to scale my business, to activate and break through that glass ceiling that you have got on yourself, because that's exactly what it is. It's a glass ceiling. How do I know it's a glass ceiling? How come anybody else can do it? If everybody else can do it, then it means you can do it. And I want you to think about the 4-minute mile, right? This was impossible. No one had ever done it. Until it was done, then everybody had the belief system behind, actually, this is doable, this is possible, and then they do it. So what you are looking to achieve in your business has been done many times before. That goal that you have got in your mind, that monetary goal, will then, let's say you've got a money goal. Okay, let's just put that out there. So let's say you've got a money goal of 100K, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, yeah, that's where I want to get my business to, 100K. Okay, cool. So let's roughly, for argument's sake, let's just call it 10K months, right? I know that it's 120K, but let's just say. And you're like, okay, yeah, so 10K months. Okay, brilliant. What will happen as your business grows, that 10K month will become a 10-week, 3 weeks, will become a 2-week, what you make in 2 weeks, will become, you will then achieve in 10K weeks, 10K couple of days, 10K day, 10K hours, 10K minute, 10K seconds, right? So that goal that you're looking at achieving will then become what you make in a day. And the reason I want you to understand this is because, which we're going to be talking about in today's session, is all about setting those big, badass freaking goals and why it's so important for you to have those goals. And you can have, I mean, you know, some people don't like the word goals. Okay, that's cool. Dreams, ambitions, intentions, like do as you, like say it and call it whatever the freak you want to do, right? But the point is, you need to have goals, dreams, ambitions in your business. You need to be having milestones so that you feel inspired to grow, to develop, to scale your business, okay? It doesn't need to be the reason why you're doing the business, of course, but the money's the byproduct to what you do. When you're very good at what you do, when you are completely in tuned into who you are, who that you serve, you're called upon this passion, this gift, this talent that you've got, and every single one of you in here has got a gift and a talent. That is why you're here. That is why you started your businesses. We just want to excel that. We just want to scale that now to the next business. That's the next level in your business, right? So you want to have goals, but I just want to go back to that monetary goal. How I teach my clients around the energy of money, and this is a whole different live, but I just want to touch upon it here, is when it becomes a need, a must, you're coming from a place of scarcity. And I want you to think about money being in a relationship. And now if you're so scared of losing this partner in your relationship, let's say your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whoever your partner is, significant other, or let's say if you don't have a partner, it's your best friend, right? If you're coming from a place of needy Natasha, you're coming from a place of scarcity, like, no, I love you and I just feel like you're never there for me and I need this relationship to work out, and oh my goodness, if it doesn't, my whole world's going to end and I'm a failure and I'm not good enough and everything's going to hit the shit, right? We've all been there, okay? It's a recipe for disaster. You never want to be coming from a place of lack, of scarcity. Think about if you were the client and you wanted to work with this coach, you liked their energy, but then what you found was when you were looking, when you jumped on a call with them or when you were looking further into actually working with them, they were coming from a place of need and must. And we feel energy, girls. We feel it. We know it's there. We can sense it. Nobody wants to be around that energy. And I always say the best lesson that you can learn in business is being able to be detached away from the outcome. And that's exactly the position that I am in. And through everything that I now teach my clients, I wish I learnt this. I wish this was a skill that I developed when I first started off in my early stages in business, because not only would my business be in a completely different place, a lot quicker, shall I say, but I would have been a different person. Because when you detach away from the outcome, when somebody messages me and they're like, listen, oh my goodness, I'm excited, I'm interested in joining Conscious Coach. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm amazing. I'm excited for them. I'm not excited because I'm like, oh my goodness, this means I'm going to hit my money goal. And oh my goodness, because guess what? If that person turns around and then doesn't join Conscious Coach, I don't make it mean anything about me. Anything. And that's because of all the inner work that I have done. When you can detach away from the outcome, you are just solely jumping up and down because that badass just committed to herself. That badass felt that pull, that connection as a magnet towards Conscious Coaching to coming to work with me, that made her go, oh my goodness, I'm in. And I'm so detached because if she doesn't, that's cool. It's not her right time. She'll come back. I truly believe that everybody in some ways or means comes back into my world. It just wasn't the right time at that particular time. There is no neediness. Can you see that? There's no, oh my goodness, I need that. Now, when I first started my business and I was so drummed into, you need to hit these money goals and you need to do this and you need to do that. Of course, you can become very attached to the outcome. You can make it mean everything and everything about that outcome. Which you may be thinking, oh, but that's really good though, Tash, because if I do sign a client, I am over the moon. I am like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You know, I've made £3,000 from that client signing up. That's incredible, right? And that's incredible about the client. And of course, I'm here for you to celebrate your wins. I'm your biggest cheerleader, right? I celebrate everything in my business, not just monetary. But what happens when that client says no? Are you able to detach away from what it means about you? Or do you go, it's because my program wasn't good enough. I think I priced it too high. Maybe I should have done more lives. Oh, God, she went with that other coach. Oh my God, it must mean that I'm just not good enough. Like, maybe I should just give up on this. Maybe I'm just not that good. Maybe people just won't pay me, or maybe people won't pay me the amount that I want. Maybe I'm just could never be able to make 10K, 20K, 30K, 100K months. Maybe I just, right? Recipe for disaster. You as the entrepreneur, you as the CEO, you as the freaking motherfucking badass owner of your business need to learn resilience. You need to learn emotional intelligence. You need to be able to detach away from that outcome and make it mean zero, nada about it. You need to become neutral with money. You need to become neutral with success. You need to become neutral with attaching meaning to it. Because when you go down that road, it's a very, very slippery slope. And it's kind of like, and I used this in a podcast that I was doing. And I spoke about it, and I think the podcast host was a bit like, what? But she loved it in the end when I explained it. I was like, sometimes in entrepreneurship, you can chase the high. You can chase the high when the client says yes and the money gets wired to your account, or the PayPal notification comes up, or Stripe just goes, I'm just transferring in 10K into your account. Like you can chase that high. But like any drug, any drink, any substance where you're always looking for that hit, you're just moving the goalpost every single time, and it will never be enough. Because that 10K wire that was amazing yesterday, now there's a new set. Now there's that one, 10K was yesterday, now I need to make 11K, now I need to double that. And it just becomes a continuous kind of climb up the mountain of trying to breathe and trying to continuously do better and get that other hit and get that client going, oh my God, I want to resign, and oh my goodness, you changed my life, and oh my goodness. And it's continuous external validation. Not as a badass. We need to become so whole in ourselves, so innately enough so you feel worthy with or without that big money, with or without that client saying yes or no, with or without you hitting your milestone for that month or that year. You need to be so completely and unapologetically enough of yourself that everything else is just the bonuses. My money doesn't define who I am. Did it before? Absolutely. That's why I'm so freaking passionate about this. Okay, I was the badass because I was making X amount of money. I was the badass because my clients were getting incredible results. I was the badass because of this. But what I needed to learn was I was a badass anyway. The car, the house, the money, the watch, all of this means nothing. Nothing, because none of that is going to save you when something doesn't go right in your business. None of that is going to save you when the shit hits the fan and something in your personal life completely happens and it rocks your world. None of that is going to change it. That's why we have unhappy rich people. Because if it meant that everybody rich was happy, then we wouldn't have unhappy rich people when we do. That's why we have unhappy people rolling around in Lamborghinis and traveling in their jets, right? Because the money, the external stuff, is just the stuff. It doesn't define who we are as a person. And for you to really show up in your business, and I don't care what stage of business you're at, for you to show up in your business, for you to really scale your business, you need to nail this. We get so fixated, and social media is so heavenly responsible for this, that it can be in such the masculine energies where it's about goals and it's about, oh my goodness, you've got to hit this, and because you hit this, it means this, and it means this, and it means this. And you can get so fixated on that you actually lose the essence of why you've done your business. If you needed to hear that. Put some yeses in that chat box if you're like, yes, I needed to hear that. Yes, 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 yes. Make it go. Fire, 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 fire. Amazing. Actually, I'm just going to get it up on here as well, so I can see it in real time, because sometimes it's a little bit slower on there. Okay, perfect. Amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Right, brilliant. So let's talk about your big badass goals and why it's so important for you to dream big, bigger than big, bigger than bigger than bigger than big. Your mind doesn't know the difference between fact or fiction. It doesn't know the difference between something that you imagine and something that's actually happening in this 3D realm of your reality. It doesn't understand the difference. How cool is that, by the way? Like, how absolutely cool is that? So think about this exercise. I want you to think about, so close your eyes, and I want you to go to your fridge in your kitchen, and I want you to open your fridge door, and in front of you is a yellow juicy lemon. And I want you to pick up that lemon, And I want you to take a big bite out of the lemon. Go. Okay, good. Open your eyes. Now I want you to think about what just happened. Your mouth watered. Saliva. Maybe your face creased up a little bit. Because you could actually taste it, couldn't you? You could taste how sour it was going to be. But we know we didn't have a lemon in our hands. So this just shows you the power of our minds. Your mind is so powerful that it was able, from just a thought, be able to change your perspective, your reality, and your mind actually thought it was taking a bite out of a lemon that wasn't there. Now, if your mind can do this with a lemon, I wonder what your mind could do when it came to your business, your success. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it, Tash. The difference between reality, because there was no lemon, and imagination, where mind thought there was a lemon there. Mind created, from a thought, a physical response. And that is exactly what is happening when you think about, let's say you're having thoughts about your business. And when you can really tap into that, your body will have a physiological response to that thought. I mean, and we are the liars. We're the ones that convince ourselves, no, can't do this, can't do that. Get all the soaks of evidence to find it. We're here to change the game. We're here to actually focus on what it is that we want. And so many people are not crystal clear on what it is that they want. So we have to get clarity around that. So we've looked at our limiting beliefs. We've looked at what was keeping us stuck. Now I want to move us to where we actually want to go to. Where we actually want our direction to be focused in. Because where focus goes, energy flows. So it's important for us to do this. And this is the model that I use in Conscious Coach. We go back. We get those limiting beliefs. We dig deep. We go back to our inner child. We do our shadow work. We shift those limiting beliefs so that we can get focused on where we want to go. And when we're so focused on where we want to go and we don't have those limiting beliefs, we've completely shifted them from the subconscious mind, well, guess what? It's very, very easy to get where we want to get to now. We've got our GPS on. It's completely cleared. It doesn't have anything stopping it or getting it stuck anymore. We're ready to go. So I want you to dream big. And this is what I teach my clients. It's a system of how we dream big. So I always say to my clients, listen, I want you to dream bigger than big. I want you to have massive, big goals, because there is nothing that you cannot achieve. Anything, if your mind is telling you otherwise, that's why we need to shift that and work on your limiting beliefs. And if you have people around you, which I know can be very common, that are telling you that you can't do that. So let's say you have a dream of creating a 6-figure business, and you have people saying around you, there's no way you could do a 6-figure business, people won't pay that money, there's no way you could do that, you don't have the experience, you don't have this, or you're going, I'm going to scale my business to multi-7 figures, and your people around you are like, you can't do that, because that would mean that you'd have less time with the kids, that would mean that you'd be working more, that would mean blah, 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 blah. But I want you to ask yourself, these people that are telling you this, that you can't do it, is that advice coming from someone that has built a 6-figure business? Because I hate to break it to you, but unless they have, they're just coming from their limiting beliefs, their many years of conditioning. They want to, maybe they are coming from a good place and want to keep you safe and going, oh no, darling, you can't possibly do that, because we want to protect the people we love. It's like taking financial advice from someone that's broke. We wouldn't do it, would we? We wouldn't. It's like asking someone's driving advice to someone that doesn't drive a car and never has drove a car. It's just unbeknown. It's like, oh my goodness, no. This just doesn't make sense. So when it comes to you and your business, like, think to yourself, who are these people that are telling you this? And are they people that you should be listening to? Because like what I said, you want to be surrounding yourself and being around that energy of anything's possible. Even the word impossible says, when you break it down, I'm possible. And you want to be around people that have the same perspective as you. You want to be around people that have or are doing what you want to do in a way that you want to do it. It doesn't mean that you've got to ditch all your friends, okay? You can still have best friends, but you also want badass business best friends. You know, being around that collective energy that are going to rise you up and cheerlead and celebrate your 10K, your 20K, your 30K, your 100K month. Like having that energy around you. Being around that energy where they're making it as if it's the done deal. Like, yeah, doesn't everybody do this? Like, this is just, it's just money. It's just energy. And like, oh my God, I love my life. And the people you're around going, oh my God, isn't this just the best thing ever that we get to do what we love to do with who we love to do? Oh my goodness, isn't it amazing that we just have so much freedom? Yeah, I can go and meet my biz besties on a Wednesday because I have a freedom lifestyle, right? You want to be around that as a norm, not as a, oh no, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Says who? So bring it back to what I teach my clients. So I teach them to have big goals, right? Get that on your vision board, have it in front of you. It's on the back of my screensaver on my phone, on my laptop, on my Mac. I've got a big vision board, a smaller vision board. I've got a vision board in my office in London. Like, it's everywhere for me. I constantly want to be seeing reminders. And my mind doesn't look at that and go, gosh, look at everything I haven't achieved. No. I'm looking at it going, and what I actually do is I get yellow stickers and I put yellow stickers on everything that I've achieved already. And I look at it and I go, wow, yes. Can't wait to go there on holiday. That is going to be so, so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when I do that, oh yeah. Like, it gets me excited. My nervous system is like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this. It's such a known pattern for me now. So always having the big vision goals. And then what we do to build confidence, this is a great hack, is we bring the goalpost closer to us. So yes, you have your big dreams and on your big vision boards, right? Which we're going to come to. But for you to build your confidence in making that happen, we want to make it known. So what we do is we bring the goalposts clearer, nearer to us. Because then what happens is once it's nearer to us, well, we smash it, don't we? We're like, oh my goodness, yeah, I want to do this month. Boom, we smash it. We're like, confidence goes up. Great. When confidence goes up, that's a constant just knock-on effect. Our belief system has even more evidence now of, wow, she said she wanted to do this and it's done. Okay, this is what it feels like to say she's going to do something and do it. Brilliant, we can do it again and again and again. It doesn't matter the number. It doesn't matter what the goal is. Mind just perceives it as, wow, it's done. Anything she puts it out there that she wants, she does it. And then when we have confidence in something, how differently do we show up? Yeah. How differently are we able to speak about our business, speak and sell about our offers? We literally want to shout it from the rooftop. I freaking love selling. I'm offering a solution to my clients' problems. I mean, there isn't a better job. And that's because I've built so much confidence in myself, which is detached away from the business, in myself, and in the evidence of success in my business. So, would it be possible, is it possible to go from 0 to 10K? Yeah, absolutely. If your belief system backs that, if your belief system has the evidence and you've rewired your unconscious mind and you completely shift those limiting beliefs and you can hold the power and you can hold fear, then you absolutely can do that, right? But for example, so many people struggle with this because they skip the inner work and they just think the strategy is going to excel them into that next level in business when it's not the case. And every single level that you're going to get to in business is going to need a different version of yourself, which we're going to come to in tomorrow's live. But when I think about why I was able to, like, for example, go from a 10K to a 60K month, why that was able to happen was because my belief system, I didn't go from 0 to 10K. Like, I built my belief system. It's you want to be in the realm of possibility, not probability. Like, that's not where miracles, quantum leaps, amazing freaking epic results happen. It's not. You want to look about the possibility of things. How much better does the word possibility sound and feel rather than probably? The probability of that happening is, you're like, don't care. the possibilities are endless. I could do this, and this, and oh God, how did that feel? And oh my goodness, this, right? I want you to be in that vibe. I want you to be in the vibe of possibilities. So for me, I moved the target out. So I had complete belief in myself, in what I was offering, what I knew my ideal client, like all of this was nailed down. So when it came to scaling the business, well, of course, I just had to, I done all the inner work to prep me for it. And then I married it with the strategy, the soul with the strategy. And then of course, getting to that number and beyond is just, well, of course it was the no matter what. Of course this was going to happen. It was going to happen at some point, and it just so happened to happen this month. Okay? So I built up my confidence. I'd stacked up the evidence to then have a 60K month. It didn't just happen because, I just woke up and like, oh my goodness, how did this happen? Like, no, it takes the inner work and then you marry that with a strategy. So it's not a question of can you, because you're already doing it. Like there's things in your life right now that you would never have thought could have happened. That would have been a dream, would have been a goal, would have been an intention for you. And now you're living with that, right? So I want to give you some examples of mine. And then what I want you to do is I actually want you to get your journal out and actually write out what yours are. And I'd love for you to put it into the chat box. So as I'm saying some of my examples, I'd love for you to put yours into the comments. So becoming a coach, that started off literally just as a dream, as a goal. My dream, building my dream online business, my freedom lifestyle. I used to dream about having midday baths. I used to dream about going to spas for the day and 5-star hotels and working from there and literally just needing my laptop and that's all I needed. I used to dream about the dreamiest clients, that the messages they would be sending me, the emails they'd be sending me, the results they would be getting, and now I get all of that and more. My husband, oh my goodness, like he was like a goal and an intention of what I wanted, and I have him. My son, down to even like my dog, right? My dream house, like actually getting on the property ladder and buying our dream house and then buying our dream house, right? My car that I drive, the fact that I've been off morphine now since 6 years. I'm just trying to do the math. 6 years. Yeah, 6 going on 7 years. Like I've been off morphine. Like this used to be a dream of mine. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if I didn't have to take morphine every single day? Now I'm living that. Traveling business and first class, traveling to all these amazing places around the world that I've always wanted to do, speaking Spanish, having a regulated nervous system, being completely and feeling neutral around money. Like these were all things that I just used to dream about. So I want you to think about in your life right now, where is the evidence? That I want you to be a private investigator and I want you to seek out the evidence of everything that you have got in your life right now that used to just be just a dream. And now you're living it. It could be the fact, oh my goodness, my dream was always to have long hair. Like I don't know if this is yours or not. And now look, I've got freaking long hair. Like just look for the evidence everywhere. Oh my goodness, the fact that I'm not in my overdraft. Oh my goodness, the fact I've got 10K savings. Oh my goodness, the fact to go to my fridge and like I've just got an abundance of food. Like I am living the absolute dream. I've got so much Wi-Fi. I've got an abundance of Wi-Fi. Do you remember those times where you would literally, I remember this, when I was a child, doing our homework, we'd have to plug out the telephone line to plug in the internet cable, right? And your mum would actually be knocking at the door and going, come on now, I need to use the phone. And I'm like, 1 more minute, Mum, I just need to do something, right? We used to dream of the things we have. Now we can go across the world and still FaceTime people. How crazy is that? So I do not want to hear that you're not living the dream. I do not want to hear that, because there's things in your life right now that would have been your dream, but you've become so accustomed to it now. It's like, well, of course, this is just what we do, which is good. It's a vibe. I love it. But it doesn't mean we don't look back and go, wow, yes, these are some of the things that I used to dream about. Okay? So, put them into your journal, okay? Now, we looked at our limiting beliefs. We're now looking at our big dreams. So now we're going to get clarity around these big dreams, because mind, the universe, loves clarity. It loves that feeling of, I know exactly what she wants and now we've got a roadmap to get it. And Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. 1,000. Imagine doing the same thing 1,000 times. You failed 1,000 times in these experiments. No, I didn't know this. And did you know it? And the majority of, well, the reason why we didn't know it is because it was the 1,001 time, the 1,001 time that the light bulb was created. We just hear about the light bulb. Oh my goodness, yeah. We didn't know about, there was those 1,000 times before that were failed and failed and failed and failed before he actually nailed it. Just think about that for a moment. When we're trying something in our business and it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's working, what do? Because we're not quitters. We continue to go on. We fail, we pick ourselves up, we pick ourselves up. I see it as every failed experiment is one step nearer to success. You know, I've failed so many times in my business, doing things wrong, but I never gave up. I never, ever, I didn't let the fear hold me or cripple me back. I always literally would fall over, get myself back up again, fall over, get myself back up again, get myself back up again, back up myself. And that is why I've built my dream business. Because that's what business takes. Tenacity, drive, ambition, hunger. The want and then the desire to be able to change people's lives with what it is that you can offer. That's what it takes. You know, building business isn't for the faint-hearted. It isn't for the people that are going to give up easily. That's why you're here right now. That's why you're in this free workshop. That's why you are committed. Because you know that your dreams, your dream life for your business is there. It's in front of you. It's ready for you to grab hold of it. And whatever stage of business that is, this is the next level of business for you. So I want us to get crystal clear around what it is that your big, badass goals actually look like. So here's some things I want you to journal on. What does your business look like? And I'll put this in an email for you. I'll actually write that down. Email questions. I'll do that afterwards. What does your business look like? How much money are you making? How many days a week are you working? And from where? Maybe you're working 3 days a week from a lovely, bougie, energetic office. Maybe you're working full-time and you're traveling around the world. Maybe you're working 2 days in your office and then the other 3 days you work in like a 5-star hotel in London or in Manchester or in Bali. Right? I want you to get crystal clear on the visual with it, what that actually looks like. From where? How many clients are you serving and how are you serving them? And just because we write these numbers don't mean that we're tied to these numbers, that we can expand and grow through these numbers. But I want you to have clarity around that right now. So maybe you're already maxed out one-on-one and you're like, right, Tasha, I really want to scale in a group program. So I'd really love to be serving 10 people each time I do a group program, 20 people. I'd love to have a membership site that has 100 people in it. I would love to be doing live events and I have thousands of people watching, or I'd love to be serving people on my podcast and that's my main focus and I have 100,000 downloads a week. Right? Dream freaking big. Okay? I want you to be really getting crystal clear on what it is that you want your life to look like. Where are you living? With whom? And get crystal clear. You know, if it's that beachfront house in LA, then write the beachfront house. Don't settle and play small and go, oh, well, the house I'm living in now. If it's the house you're living in now, own it. Freaking amazing. You're like, oh my God, I'm living in the house I'm living now, but we're mortgage free. Or, oh my goodness, we travel all around the world and I rent out my properties that that are in London. Like, What's your actual, like, what is your dream and your goal and your aspirations? Like, get so freaking clear around them. How does it feel? Now that you've got this life and this business, like, tap into those feelings of how does it feel? How does money feel? You know, I used to journal about money used to feel, for me, my journey with money has been, it always had so much power over me. So then what I would journal about is money feels powerless because I'm powerful, whatever. I used to journal about how I want to look at my online banking and feel neutral. I journal about how it feel like when a client says yes and they pay me 10K in full. It wasn't, oh my goodness, I've got 10K in my account. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm getting to work with this freaking awesome client. Like, this is amazing, right? Detaching away from the outcome, sitting in my car and being like, this is such a beautiful car and I'm so grateful for it. But when I get out the car, I'm still a badass anyway. So can you see it's really important to get crystal clear on what you want your business goals to look like, and most importantly, what you want them to feel like. Okay, so that is your task. I will put those questions for you in an email, and I want you to take some time, whether you do it straight away right now or whether you do it tonight or get up early in the morning. Okay, we really want to tap into, for us to break through that next level in business, for us to have that life of our dreams, because it's all freaking possible. You know, be surrounded around that energy of people that are living their dream lives. And I remember what was a game changer for me is, because money has always been on such a pedestal for me, what I done really early on was get myself into group programs where I was surrounded with other women, where I was in that coach's energy of how she spoke about money like as if it was nothing. And that used to trigger me, because I was like, it's not nothing though, it's everything to me. You know, when I think about when I first started 5.5 years ago, I'd be like, oh my goodness, to be out by overdraft, and oh my goodness, to like do this and all of these things. So I pushed myself to the edge. I put myself in those situations where, and still do to this day, like I'm in group programs where people are hitting milestones way, way bigger than mine, are celebrating big, like huge money months. And the reason why I do it is because I want to be around that energy of neutrality. I want to be at a different edge. I don't want to be that small fish in a big pond. I want to be, yes I do, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to be the big fish in the small pond, right? So you want to be around that energy where people are like, yeah, money's incredible. Money allows us to grow our businesses and change freaking lives and like travel and have freedom, of course, right? But it's all the byproduct. Remember that. And to be able to use my designs to create window art, be able to inspire my kids, travel to local businesses and make artwork, make people happy on their window displays. My kids seeing this, being able to have an additional income. Yes, oh my goodness, I'm here for this. Just had my 5-day working week changed to 3-day week. Long day, but we'll have more time for my craft business. Incredible. This is something you used to dream about, and now it's absolutely happening. So sit with this, put some music on. In the email, I'll give you today's song, right? Sit with it, make it an experience, tap into those feelings of that life that you actually want to achieve, because it's freaking possible, right? Now in tomorrow's live, we're going to be tapping into the identity that you need to become. Who is it that you need to become in order to create this dream life? It's a freaking magic. Right, go and have the most incredible day. I will send out all the replay links for you, so do not worry if you want to catch up. Any questions at all, then please message my team NCC. We're here to help, support, and love on you. Have an epic day, girlies. Bye.